Hi friends, I want to give a quick update to where we are in our build. I know if you saw the last video I posted, which was a short, you saw that we did start excavation a little over a week ago. I'm recording this on Saturday, and the Monday before this last Monday, so almost 2 weeks ago, is when we started digging. Our excavation crew, the people who are going to do excavation for us, came out and started digging on Monday, so one Monday ago, and it went pretty smoothly besides his excavator breaking down literally as he was coming down the hill for the first time. He didn't even start digging. A bolt got stuck in a fan, and then it took them like 6 hours to take it out and get it running, but then they got a big chunk of it done on that Monday, and they came back the next day and finished it off. They also built up this driveway, which it's very solid, brought in some gravel, and it's nice and compacted. We had a few concrete trucks come out and drive on it, and it's been fine, so I'm happy about that. So Monday, Tuesday was excavation. Wednesday we went out there and started working on footings. Basically we had some 2x6s, and I made some measurements in this software called SketchUp, which I'll talk about here in this video later. I made some measurements, and we cut all the pieces of lumber and screwed them together, and then that was pretty much it for the day. We only started working around 4 o'clock, and then by 6 o'clock it's already dark, so we didn't really have that much time to work. And then Wednesday, I think I said that was Wednesday, Thursday through Saturday, we spent the rest of the week, again, a few hours a day after work. My dad and I spent the rest of the week setting up the footing forms. I'll also go over what the footing is and all the concrete steps we're going to be taking. Later in this video, I'll try to show you kind of a model. So after we set up the footings on Saturday, we prepped it for inspection. I ordered an inspection for Monday, so this last Monday. You have to call in the business day before you need an inspection, so I called the Friday, and then they came out there on Monday. We passed the basement inspection. On my inspection list, there's a footings and a setbacks inspection, which is what I called for, but not all of the footings are in, so they just basically inspected the basement inspection, which you can see here in this clip. This is what I'm talking about. And then so that was Monday. Tuesday we poured the footings. It was just my dad and I. We got chunky concrete. We actually scheduled it for Wednesday, but we canceled that and we instead poured it on Tuesday to save us a day and to also give us a day to set up the forms and then also pour the foundation stem all in the same week, which is what we did. So Tuesday we poured. Wednesday we brought forms that we borrowed from a family friend. We brought these forms and set them up on Wednesday. My dad took the day off. I took like a half day, and then whatever. We set up the forms. Thursday, Thursday we had the inspection, so I called on Wednesday, and then Friday we poured the foundation stem wall. And now it's Saturday, and we took the foundation stem wall forms apart. We cleaned it up. I added sand. Also, I forgot to talk about this. So the Monday that we had the footing inspection, we also went in with the mini excavator to our big excavated kind of flat portion. It's not flat anymore. We dug out our trenches for under slab plumbing, but it's pretty rough. We have a lot of rocks. It kind of looks like a riverbed or something. It's just a lot of rocks and gravel, not much dirt. So we brought in this sand, or it's like a topsoil material, and we're going to line the bottom of the trenches with that material. That way, when we do compaction for the slab, we don't crush the ABS pipes or just the plumbing pipes. So we're going to add sand below and above it. What was I even talking about? Yeah, so today is Saturday. We took up the forms apart, and that's pretty much the progress we made the last 2 weeks from digging the first bit of dirt to 2 weeks later. I'm pretty happy with the progress we're making. It seems like we're moving pretty quickly. On Monday, so in a few days, we're going to do plumbing. I think we can probably finish it on Monday. I'm going to have my uncle and my brother-in-law out there helping me. So hopefully we can get that done in one day. If not, if I see that we're not going to do it in one day, I'll probably actually schedule the inspection for Wednesday, just so we can make sure we have everything done. And then we can start on the under slab prep. We need to add insulation on the slab side of the foundation footing, or the foundation stem wall, sorry. And then we can do the under slab insulation and the under slab plumbing inspections together. And then once that is done, we can start the slab prep, which is going to involve bringing in quite a bit of material. I think we're going to need a few trucks of 5/8 minus gravel, which is very compactable, because we dug 8 inches, so we have an 8-inch space, and I think we're going to bring in about 3 or 4 inches of this gravel, compact it all, make it nice, and then try to aim for between 4 and 3, or 3.5 and 4 inches of concrete for the slab. So my hope is in the next 2 weeks we're going to have the slab done. That would be awesome if we can. It is getting colder. We're having more nights where we have frost, so I'm getting kind of nervous. Hopefully we get that done here. And also this week I want to place the order for the ICF blocks. We're going to use Fox Blocks ICF, and there's a place near us that has a lot of stock, and they can get them out to us pretty quickly. The guy said, last time I talked to him, he said it's going to take about a week, but I just want to get them before, that way we don't have to wait on them. So those are my plans for the next week. I want to get the plumbing done and start the under slab prep, start that so we can pour the slab and then the ICF blocks. I want to jump into the software here. You can see my screen. Just a few words before I show you what we're working on. This software is called SketchUp, and I have the 2017 version because this version is free. You can find a link to download this software from, or in the description of this video. But basically this version of the software, there's a newer version, but this version is free. You can download it for free off their website, and it's a very handy tool. I think it's well worth, if you're building or if you're thinking of starting a project, I think it's well worth taking an hour or two and learning how to use it, because it'll help you visualize kind of the different steps of your project pretty easily, which I'll show you here. Everybody who comes out to my project site or my property and looks at whatever progress we're making, they're always confused about the different steps we need to pour concrete in. I'm not even sure if that made sense, but we need to pour concrete probably like 6 different times, and they're all distinct steps, so you can't combine them. So I'm going to show you here. This is also for my wife. She keeps asking me what goes after what. But this is what we did. This is the first thing we did. We poured a footing. This footing is 8 inches thick here, 16 inches wide. Footing is basically a solid place that touches the ground. The bottom of this is on the ground, is in the dirt. It's formed. We formed it with 2x6s and then just used 16-inch cleats to hold it in place. It was very easy to pour. My dad and I did it ourselves. And then the foundation wall stands on top of this footing. So the footing looks like this, which you probably saw from my video from the short I posted. You probably remember, is just this shape here. The foundation stem wall. The reason why it's like this is because the foundation stem wall will stand on top of this right here, and we'll have just a 2x6 8-foot wall along here, and then ICF the rest of the 3 sides, which I'll show you. So we did this, we poured this last Tuesday, or actually this Tuesday, sorry. And then we set up the forms and we poured this part here, the foundation stem wall. We poured this yesterday on Friday. and then we took the forms apart. And right now, as of this recording, which is on Saturday, which is when I'm going to post it, this is what we have here. Just an 8-foot kind of stub in. The reason why we have 8 feet here is because we're going to have ICF blocks run to the corner, and we want to backfill it pretty much to 0 here, and so that we have frost line. It's kind of complicated to explain why, but it makes sense in my head. So we can backfill and have the dirt start from 0 here and then go up. We decided to do this instead of having the dirt come up 18 inches up the ICF wall. I know that doesn't really make sense. Here I'll show you how to use this software very quickly. So you draw something out, and then it lets you very easily visualize whatever you're going to be working on. So for instance, here, let me raise this up. This is my slab that we're going to pour. Let me raise this up let's go 4 inches, just like that. So that's what the slab is going to look like. The slab is going to butt up here to what we already poured. So the top of the foundation stem wall and the top of the slab are going to line up. And then the ICF, here I will raise this up to match 4 inches because the ICF is going to stand on top of the slab. And then it's going to be an 8-foot wall. So basically, when we pour our slab, which is the next thing we're going to do for concrete, we pour the slab, and then on top of the slab we're going to set these Fox blocks out. Basically these will be our foundation walls, and it's going to look like this. And then the last kind of leg of concrete work we have is the garage, which is the garage is going to tie in here like this. The garage is going to tie into the basement ICF, so that's why it's going to happen last, because our excavation guy is going to come back and do some backfill where the garage is going to be, bring in some dirt and some rocks and compact it really nice. That way it doesn't sink through. And then we're also going to have rebar running from the ICF wall into the stem wall or foundation for the garage. So the last part of our concrete here, let me bring this up to 8 feet. 8 feet 4 inches here, and let's say it's going to look something like this, but we're not going to have an 8-foot foundation wall. So let me I can't bring it down. It's going to be 2 feet, so it'll be something like this. So let me measure out 2 feet. I'm not even sure if I'm using the software correctly, but it's been super handy, even the way I am using it. If it's incorrect, it's been really handy using it this way. So it'll be like this. So we're going to bring in a bunch of dirt, compact it, and then this will be the last part here. This will be the garage. And then at the very end, when we have all the concrete work done, besides the post holes, which I'll talk about here in a second, all of it should line up. So on the top, where the garage is going to be, the top of the ICF walls in the basement all should be at one level. And then we're also going to have a framed wall here. So along this edge here, there'll be just a 2x6 wall. And hopefully, my hope is that we get all of that done. So all the concrete work and this wall here and a few of the load-bearing walls inside, we get all of that done before New Year's, but I know that might be ambitious. So if we don't, I'm not going to be super bummed. That's all I want to talk about. It's been kind of a crazy 2 weeks. Waking up early, doing my full-time job, and then afterwards going to the property and then making up the hours. I have a pretty flexible job. Thank God I can leave work a little early and then make up the hours, which works out nice because it gets dark at 6 o'clock. And then I have a few hours still before I go to sleep. But it's been really nice. I'm happy with the progress we're making, and it's been pretty fun working out there. I'm super glad I have my van again. It's been nice just storing my tools. I did buy the DeWalt tool set I talked about in the last video. I was very mad. I went to Lowe's to buy it, and they raised the price to $6.49, I think, the day after I was going to buy it the first time. So it was $5.99, and then they raised the price, but I still bought it. And I've been using the Impact pretty heavily all week, and it's been working really well. So I needed it. I bought it anyway. That's all the updates I have for everyone. If you're interested, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to follow along. I don't care if you don't want to. You don't have to. But thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video with some more progress updates. I think that'll be in a week. So last weekend we had some friends over and it was kind of busy, so I didn't make a video. But I'm still going to try to keep posting a video every week. I also made a mount on one of the trees on my property, and I'm doing time lapses of every time we're there and working on something. So at the very end of our build, or at least the exterior of our house, I'm going to put a video together, which might be a cool video, like just a time lapse of what building a house looks like. That's all I have for everyone. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.